I hate intros. It's the worst part, you know?
So I know what Chico means. What does Topo mean?
What does Chico mean?
Boy.
It's pretty good. We got 100 subs.
Get an intro out of that.
You did. It's about damn time, everyone.
Yeah. No, it's like 8 months. Not bad. And we're going to do
subscribers.
Huh?
I meant for our subscribers.
Oh, nice.
Too long.
It's like if each one of my friends subscribed 100 times.
You have one friend.
Oh, I got it.
Got it. There's 2 of us on the couch. It's not us.
Which one is it?
As is customary to start all of our podcasts, we are going to thank our new subscribers since the last podcast. So, we would like to thank Ray Holstead, Cook Be Killin', Level HP Gaming, Marcus Carter, who's a friend of ours, Greg Oman, Risen Vampire King, Miss Reality, and Angry Dad Gaming. You guys crossed us over to the 105 mark at this point, so thank you.
And you have public profiles, so.
Yes, so we know who you are. So thank you very much.
Bitch.
Why?
Just call them ourselves.
Pour the shots. That's what you get. Pour the shots. Fucking.
So as is customary, as of 1 episode ago, we are going to cheers to all of our new subscribers by taking a shot.
3 shots.
3 shots.
I want to do this.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Thank you.
If we ever want to do it, it's not the point.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Doesn't smell like anything.
Clean.
What?
It was like an onset.
Yeah, late onset. All right, and also,
like vodka.
also is customary to give a shout out to one of our favorite comments that has happened since our last podcast. So,
My favorite comment comes from QN Travel, and it says, just sub.
you're such a check.
And it's because I can't tell if it's a question
Or like a command.
or a command or an event that already happened.
Well, nice. I like that. All right. My favorite comment in the last couple of weeks comes from Greg Oman. It was on our Special Deliverers gameplay. He says, hilarious. I'm new to your channel, but I'm loving it already. And then he had another comment on a video soon afterwards. Another hilarious video. I'm looking forward to the next upload. And it was just one of those things where we crossed 100 subs. It was a brand new viewer, and he liked our stuff enough to click onto our next video. And I thought that felt like it really was growing to that 100 subscriber mark. Felt really
Cool
good.
to see.
Yeah.
My favorite comment is from Dying to Play. It says, nice video, bro. Keep up the hard work and congrats on 97 subs. We've made 8 more since you left that.
Who is he talking to? Because he said bro, like he was talking to one person.
We're like a collective bro.
What video is that on?
We're like Zordon,
Yeah,
or
what video's on?
but just all bro.
I call chest.
Dibs on legs.
So this episode of Shooting a Shot, episode 4, we are not formally celebrating because it's going to be a new video, another video, but we are talking about the journey to 100 subs because it's a bit of a milestone for us. It was a goal we had to hit before July 4th, right?
How many are we at as of today?
So we're at 105 subscribers. I'm excited. How are you guys feeling about it?
I'm very excited.
I am also very excited.
It really is an exciting milestone, though. It was one of those things we started from the ground up, and I think we had everyone has lofty goals, right? But I think it's something that we actually work towards, right?
Yeah, we were really trying to have more videos than our number of subscribers.
Yeah, that was
Less videos
we had
than
talked
number
about
of
that.
subscribers.
Yeah. Remember going into the new year when we dropped our 2020 video, we thought it would be sweet to start 2020 off with 50. I think we were just trying to hit 50. Is that right? Yeah.
2021?
2021, yeah. And now it's just 6 months later, and we've doubled that, which is pretty sweet. I'm excited that we got 100 subs. You guys are excited that we got 100 subs. I got us a gift to celebrate this little this little milestone. It's a good milestone for us, and we've been, it's to acknowledge the work that we're putting
Do you
into
have the
it.
gift right now?
Yeah, I got it.
It's not a shot, is it?
No.
Is it a fleshlight?
No.
Is it 2
Do they
flashlights?
still make those?
Flashlights?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
they're more popular than ever. What do you guys think it is? What do you guess it is? What do you guess it is?
Is it like
It's actually a set piece.
a neon light?
Sound mixer?
Subscribe pillow! It's gonna be part of the set. So, fun fact about that, I didn't know that it was just a pillowcase.
It's kind of heavy.
So it's full of clothes.
I was like, why the fuck is it heavy?
So I bought it as a set piece. I think it is. I think it is. It's cool, right?
That's cool.
We'll have to.
Where are we gonna put it?
Oh, there's the
I don't
zipper.
know.
We'll have to go to Target and get a pillow of sorts.
For sure. I think we can just put it right here between me and you, where it should be. There we go. You see that? No.
Wish I had a subscribe.
Oh fuck!
If you like that, hit subscribe. All right, let's move on. What was the road like to 100 subs for you guys? Did you guys have goals about it? Did you guys think it was just going to happen if we just kept working? Did you think we had to do extra stuff? And if you thought that, what did you do differently?
For me, it was weird because like when we first started, we had the goal of like, I wonder if we're gonna hit 100 subs, and then it became.
Like, did you say it in the way of like, I wonder if we'd even hit 100 subs?
I guess it was like, I wonder when it's gonna happen. But for what I was getting at is like, for a while, it was like, I felt pretty confident. Like, oh yeah, obviously we're gonna hit 100 by 4th of July, like what our goal was.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like a period of time in there where it was like, I think you and I were both kind of doubting, like, oh, July might actually be kind of ambitious. Maybe we should move that goal back a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then out of nowhere, it ramped up really quickly. So yeah, I mean, it's not something, I think we kind of all knew that it was going to happen eventually, as long as we kept going with it, you know, like.
So spitballing off of that, why did we know that?
I think we would, but yeah, kind of what he said. I didn't know when. Honestly, at the beginning, 100 seems kind of unattainable, but I think the rate.
See, I like that. That sounds real. That's realistic.
Yeah, like I don't know, 100. Even though it doesn't seem like a lot in the world of YouTube when you have nothing, 100 seems like it's so hard to get to. But it was a steady climb, and if anything, I feel like the rate increased. Like it almost got like exponential at the end, to where we got like a lot of subs like really fast. So I mean, I did think we would get there eventually. It's just like hard to gauge it while you're doing it.
And I think like 100, when you think of like social media presence, right? Like having 100 followers on Instagram is not that big of a deal. Like most people can do that just within their friend group.
Agreed.
That being said, it really is like, it feels different when it comes to YouTube, especially because like we're not the people. I mean, this could be a flaw as well for all I know, but we're not pushing it on everyone that we know. We're not like advertising on our personal Instagrams and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I want to challenge you on that. Like, it's easy to get 100 Instagram followers because between friends and family, people can find 100 people fairly easy. But there are a few people that we sent our YouTube out early on, right? And then we it was a personal goal of mine to try to grow the channel without the help of friends and family as organically as possible, right?
Right, and I think YouTube is much more of a your subscribers they have much more of a commitment than like an Instagram follower, because Instagram, I mean, your attention span on Instagram, I mean, let's be honest, most of the time you just scroll past things and you're maybe a second you'll stare at it and like it and then move on.
Yeah.
YouTube, I mean, all of our videos are over 10 minutes. That's quite a commitment. I mean, even if people don't watch the full thing, that's still more time that they have to invest into you as a subscriber if they're actually going to be a dedicated one. What I was going to relate it to is like 100 doesn't seem like that much, but at the same time, it feels like as you're going through it, it feels like someone hands you an empty cup and goes and tells you to go on the street and like beg for $100, and all you can get is quarters. Like that's kind of what it feels like. Is it's just like a very, very slow building process, and then at some point you turn around and just kind of realize you're there. But
especially when you think of it in hours put in versus like per subscriber you get. It's like whoever's editing the video probably puts in hours of their time into getting the video done, or each of us takes at least an hour or two out of our lives to sit on this couch and make a video.
Yeah.
So like you think about that, and it's like sometimes we'll do that, and it's a total of, I don't know, if we're being conservative, like 5 like man hours, and then you get like maybe 1 or 2 subscribers out of it
If you're lucky.
at the beginning, when you literally have no presence on the web.
Yeah, I think we're all happy with 1 sub per video.
Yeah.
Because that's hard to get at this point.
Yeah. But I don't know. I really think that we did a good job, if I do say so myself, of really not focusing too hard or being too hard on ourselves for not being in a place we thought we should be. Like we were kind of just like, well, we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
As long as we keep churning out content, we'll get there eventually.
That kind of segues into my next question. That kind of segues into my next question. In your metrics of how successful you are being on YouTube, where do you hold subscribers as a metric of success or a metric of pushing forward?
I honestly don't think it should be. I mean, it should definitely be a metric you focus on if you're looking at growth.
Yeah.
But in terms of success, I think community engagement is far more important, because like nothing felt better than when we were at like 40, 50, 60 subscribers, but we had people talking to us in our comment section, like strangers that we didn't know.
Yeah.
Saying stuff to us in the comments, and then also returning video after video to say stuff to us.
Yeah.
That's way better feeling, because then you kind of just learn to focus on that energy of appealing to those people who just like what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think if you could do that, just start with like 1 to 5 people that you know like are into the idea of your channel, and just keep trying to appeal to them. Because that pool will just grow. Whereas like, and then in doing that, subscribers just kind of follow suit when you do that, I think.
I mean, I do have subscribers as a metric. It's definitely not top 3. It might not even be top 5, but it is something I keep in my head. It's something you can follow in YouTube Studio of percentage of subscribers versus non-subscribers that are watching your videos. The metric of like, we're doing what we sought out to do is just like make funny videos and be consistent and enjoy what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. I don't even think about subscribers really right now.
Yeah. Obviously, when it gets down to like influencer levels and things like that, people look at subscriber count because they're like, okay, how many eyes can we get ads in front of, or can we,
Yeah.
or basically this people has X amount of eyes on them because of their subscriber count. They must be very influencer material. Whereas at least starting out right now, we're just looking at like, how do we just like, for these people who understand what we're doing here, how do we just keep providing to them?
Yeah.
At the very least, can we give them a video that they can watch every week while they're, I don't know, having their coffee before work or something like that? I think that's enough to focus on as a smaller YouTube channel, and not try to be like the next big YouTube sensation overnight.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to lie. I'm not like, if we were posting to YouTube for 6 months and we didn't get a new sub for 5 months, it would be hard to justify continuing to do the work that we do.
Sure.
So it's not like we're doing it 100% for fun, because if that were the case, we could just put it on a hard drive, right?
Yeah.
So like, there's a reason we're putting it on YouTube. That being said, it doesn't take much to, like, I guess, like, keep the fire burning, like all it takes is 1 sub or whatever. But I will say that after becoming, I feel like a douche saying a creator, but after we started our channel, I feel like I became a much better consumer, because before this, like, I didn't comment on any videos. I didn't even like videos, like thumbs up or thumbs down or anything.
Same.
I didn't do any of that stuff. But then, especially after us starting our channel, I've appreciated it so much more.
You just kind of understand more where people are coming from.
Yeah, like when especially us being so small, just like when we first started, getting 1 comment over the course of like a week or 2 weeks, we all knew about it, and we knew who the person was, and we it was a big part of our week was figuring out that someone cared enough to actually comment on the video.
Yeah.
And especially when it's like supportive and
which they almost always are.
yeah, right at the moment they all are positive and you know
Learn about what that interaction means to someone else.
Yeah.
right, yeah. So like I'm sitting there, you know, you realize how much it can boost your own morale to hear something like that, and it just makes you want to sort of gift that off to other people.
To circle back around to the common theme that I try to maintain through these podcasts is like, as a small YouTuber that's trying to get traction, when you're talking about morale, how do you keep your morale up if your subscribers aren't going up?
If you're making a YouTube channel, it should be because it's about something that you just truly like doing or that you truly enjoy.
Yeah.
So already your lower morale should be mitigated by the fact that you're just doing this because you like it. It shouldn't feel like, it should only feel like morale because you're just like, oh, I'm putting in like all this stuff. Like I'm going through all this shit just to not get any sort of results from it. Because like that's where morale gets like lowered. Whereas if you kind of take away that first part of like you're going through shit and you just think, oh, it's like, oh, I'm making this thing, it's just not reaching anyone right now.
Yeah.
That perspective switch I think can already help your morale, because I feel like that's what we did for a while. Don't get me wrong, I think there were a lot of times where we were just like, oh, we had so much fun filming this video, but it didn't get the view count that we were kind of expecting.
Yeah.
I think those things can be very humbling experiences because you're just like, oh, okay, well, what I find great isn't necessarily a widespread, you know, like thing, or it's like it may not be as appealing to the masses as I thought it was, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of still finding enjoyment in the process of everything rather than obsessing over the count. So like, you know, kind of going back to like make a YouTube channel for whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
If you're doing it strictly to make money, like get monetized, and you're just like, I'm gonna make a channel just because I need to make money. This needs to be my job.
Yeah.
I personally think you'll have like a little bit of a harder time maintaining a high morale during all that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You might still grind. You might still look at things very technically and make good content. But because I think it's strictly like a revenue stream for you, the process of churning out content is gonna be way more of just like a burden rather than something that you just enjoy doing and happen to be able to monetize one day.
So when I listened to you saying this, I like kept saying it over and over in my head. It's just like, it almost seems like morale shouldn't even be part of the picture. YouTube is about creating, right? If morale is more of a function of that ill intention of making money off of what you're doing.
Yeah, I think it's just like easy to get lost in this. It's not superficial, but it's like I'm going to use the word anyway, even though it's not really superficial, but like it's easy to get lost in sort of the superficial stuff of YouTube, which is like how many subscribers you have, how much money you're making off of it.
Yeah.
So it's not that morale shouldn't be a part of it. Your morale is your morale. How you feel about things is always going to exist. I just think that morale can always still, it might like plateau at times, but I don't think it should necessarily go down if you're truly enjoying what you're making content about. It doesn't have to be gaming like us, but it's just like, if you really like doing what you're doing, in a sense, you're kind of goes back to what Tyler says, you're kind of just creating like a video scrapbook for yourself about the thing you enjoy doing so much. And if you keep that as the baseline for like your intrinsic motivation for doing things, then your morale will have its highs and lows, but I don't think it will get quite as sporadic as if you're strictly trying to turn it into a revenue stream.
I think also it's important, and I mean, I guess this is a good life skill too, but it's important to be realistic with yourself on where you're at and set your goals proportionate to that. You know?
Agreed.
Like, don't base your success on these things that, you know, people who are already well established are basing it off of. Like, when you're just starting out, just like we did, you know, like a big thing for us is like, hey, we got a thumbs up on that video, and it wasn't one of us. It wasn't one of us three that's amazing, you know, like someone liked our video and then it was like someone commented and then it was, oh, we got 1 sub this week. Oh, we got 2 subs, you know. Oh, this video broke 50 views. This video broke 75. This one got to 100. So it's like, they seem very minuscule, you know, like if you go to someone who's got thousands or millions of subscribers and you tell them this stuff, they're going to think it's like, that might be a bad day for them. But recognizing that we are small, you know, like it takes much less to boost your morale, you know, like we didn't get morale from, oh man, we've been up for 2 months and we're not at 100 subs yet and my Instagram account has 4 times more than that, you know. It's we took every little win as something that we could use as fuel. And even if it was like, even if we made it something bigger than it actually was, that was okay because we were using it to keep our spirits up, you know.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%, Tyler. I think it's more about focus on the ways that you can boost your morale rather than focus on things that theoretically hurt your morale.
Yeah, what can you be proud of?
Yeah,
and
just look for things to be
that.
proud of. Don't be hard on yourself for things that most people would be hard on themselves for. I think it's a really good way to think of it.
So
Appreciate wins.
well, let's wrap up this subject matter. Where's your morale at?
Oh, I feel great. I mean, again, like 100 subscribers did not seem attainable to me when we first started this channel. I was just like, we'll be doing this for like, I don't know, a year at least before we like see anything of it. So like, I'm happy. I think we're getting better we're getting better on camera and we're just enjoying the process of this a lot more.
Where's your morale at?
I feel it's weird. I feel like when we hit 100, it was like we hit the reset button.
In terms of
Now it's like set a new goal kind of thing.
Yeah, well, it's like we were striving for 100 for so long that it was like we were constantly like reaching for the fruit, and then we finally got it. So now it's like, okay, now we can breathe. Like we did that already. We accomplished something. Now let's figure out like what the next thing is. And it's sort of like I guess like reborn sort of I forgot you could make multiples. It's sort of like reignited, I guess, like the desire to keep going. And
yeah, I want to talk about kind of the darker side about garnering. Is garnering the right word? I want to talk about the darker side of garnering subscribers in the early game because there's kind of a world that I've mildly participated in. That I think kind of ruins the process that we've been talking about up until this point. For a little backstory, like I had a patient who was showing me his revenue stream from his YouTube. He was making money on YouTube, so I was just like, "Hey, man, we just started a YouTube channel. What did you do to get to this point where you could just like monetize your videos?" And he said to me straight up, he was just like, "Facebook. There are tons of Facebook groups. Just go on Facebook." So you guys know, like, every time we post a video, there are a couple Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and I just like drop our links. I don't know, for small YouTubers out there, I don't know if you guys have participated in this at all, but there's just like this sub for sub culture that exists that we have partially participated in, mostly on accident.
without your two's knowledge.
That it doesn't build what you want to build, right? Like it gets you the numbers if you tried hard enough, but it doesn't get people watching your videos. It doesn't get us our Nicks, right? It doesn't keep our Steves or Ohms.
I think that's a very popular thing with Twitch people too, is they'll say like, I'll sub to you if you sub to me. And there's even groups that like charge money to be a part of it, promising that if you join their community, everyone's going to sub to your channel. And it's just, the people that are subbed, I want them to be subbed for the right reason. You know, like I don't want my great aunt and her 2 daughters to subscribe to our channel because they know who I am. I want people to be subbed because they actually enjoy to watch the videos.
Yeah. In the same YouTube groups or Reddit threads that I posted our videos in that are plagued by sub for sub a-holes, right? We find real viewers or real subs, like Nick from YouTube. He was a Facebook guy. He literally commented. He was like, hey, I see these thumbnails all the time. Like, I decided to click on yours for a reason, and I really enjoy your content.
Yeah.
And he's a very active user in our community, right? Like,
Yeah.
even though I really hate the way things transpire in those Facebook groups, like that 1%, that one nick is totally worth it.
Yeah, it goes back to focusing on sub count and everything as like
Yeah.
a metric. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's not a metric, but at the same time, if you consider the quality of that sub basis, like
Yeah.
how many people do you have engaging? How many people are just, well, first off, like how many of those are real people and not just like sub bots or people, just
are real
doing
too,
the follow for follow thing? Because if it's a very superficial relationship or basis you're building, then honestly, like, what's your channel going to be at
What's
the end
the
of the
point?
day,
Yeah.
other than farming a bunch of subs?
Yep.
Whereas if you go like, okay, I already know from the get-go, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to work on creating a good community that cares about my content. I care about them. I truly want to interact with them in any ways that I can. Just like build a community. I think that number is going to be rich no matter where it's sitting. Like,
I like that.
If you have like 40 subscribers for like 3 months straight, but those 40 subscribers are always like commenting, like you immediately get like 40 views because those subscribers are like, yes, if this person has a video coming out, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
It's like, then you're rich in the YouTube game. That's about as good as it gets. You don't need over 1 million if you already have a community you're really happy with, because there's almost no way that you can get that good of a community and your channel not grow organically.
I'd be curious to know from each one of us where you think our sub count will be 6 months from now. So literally December 22nd, 2021. Where do you think we'll be? We're at 105 right now. It took us how long to get there? When did we start?
8
August.
months.
I'd like to at least be at 150. I think we could do it.
Oh, that's way underselling what I was going to say.
What were you gonna say?
What were you going to say?
I'm going to say 500.
It troubles me that it's taking you this long because you said
You asked the question.
I'm going to say 501.
It's not Price is Right, Tyler.
that's that
God
bullshit.
damn it.
That's that bullshit.
Well, hold on. Let's break this down. That's roughly 100 subs a month, right?
Yeah. Well, when you break it down like that,
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna say 250.
I'm gonna stick to 500. I'm gonna go back to those sub for subs. So this is our podcast talking about 100 subscribers. However, we are going to do an official drinking type celebrate. Can you turn the sink off? So this is our podcast talking about 100 subscribers, but we want to officially celebrate our 100 subscribers at 3 Shots Way, which will be, I hope, like a gameplay drinking type video. But anyone who watches this video, any subscriber that's watching this video, if you have any ideas what you want us to do, comment. Put it with me. Comment.
And if we choose it, we'll definitely give you a shout out.
For sure. Comment what you want to do. We have ideas like power hours or
33 shots of beer each.
yeah.
What?
So any way you would want to celebrate.
Fusion Frenzy, Twisted System.
Yeah. Just different games you think we should play or different gimmicks you think we should do to celebrate 100 that involves alcohol. Post it down below. We'll check it out. Thanks.